Go! Become speedy. Soon I will make all of you speedy. With just one blow from my conch. Once I blow on this conch, things are gonna start changing around here. I did see. I saw about the new fucking Jurassic World movie. Oh god. I hope you guys are ready for more fucking... I hate the modern Jurassic Park writing, Tism. I mean, I hate the writing in anything that isn't the first Jurassic Park, so that shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, but, like, the new movies are especially heinous. So, the plot premise for the new Jurassic World movie, called Jurassic World Rebirth, there is a pharmaceutical miracle that can only be obtained if you get the DNA of the biggest prehistoric creature from the land, sea, and air. Now, the problem with this is that you just already made those things in a lab. You don't have to go out into the world to find these animals. Because if you need the DNA that badly, you already made it. You just made it in a fucking lab. Like, there is no adventure here. The adventure does not exist if you use your brain for half a second. Also, I don't know how you know that these animals in particular have these properties, these pharmaceutical properties, unless you have the DNA for them already to begin with. And if you do, then hey, just do the obvious thing and just use it. You don't have to get more. Just make more. They're clones. Something else to consider is the fact that ever since the events of Jurassic World Dominion, which was the previous movie in the series, which was not at all about the fact that there are now dinosaurs free, just out in the world now. Apparently, dinosaurs have just been kind of dying off in most of the world. The only place that they can survive is in, like, tropical environments. Even though in Dominion, we explicitly saw dinosaurs that were breeding and fucking swimming around in completely frozen areas. Like, if you want to tell me that was a consequence of releasing all the dinosaurs into the wild, you should have established that in Dominion and not have Blue having a fucking baby out in the fucking, like, Sierra Nevada mountains and having the Pyroraptor swim around in a frozen fucking lake. Now, all of a sudden, I have a very hard time believing that the dinosaurs are not doing well in anything except, like, tropical jungles. The Jurassic World Rebirth full plot synopsis. 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, the planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. Academy Award nominee Scarlett Johansson plays skilled covert operations expert Zora Bennett, contracted to lead a skilled team on a top-secret mission to secure genetic material from the world's 3 most massive dinosaurs. When Zora's operation intersects with a civilian family whose boating expedition was capsized by a marauding aquatic dinos, they all find themselves stranded on an island where they come face to face with a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the world for decades. It's another fucking island! It's another one! They cannot help themselves. They released dinosaurs into the wild as, like, the climax of their movie, and they can't do anything with it except have all the dinosaurs be in a very isolated environment away from human civilization. When that is the most interesting part of releasing them into the wild. It's not like, oh, they end up on some other island. Whose island is it? It's implied to be like an old InGen island where they're gonna, like, discover some dark secrets about InGen's past, but it's like, I don't fucking care. I just don't. Oh, okay. The OG JP4 movie idea, dino-human hybrids. Bro, that was like one of the first fucking things I thought. I was like, are they actually gonna do that? Also, sad. If that's their idea, then there's no hope left for this. Like, what the fuck are the writers? What is gonna happen in the next Jurassic World Evolution game, man? I hope in Jurassic World Evolution 3 we can just have, like, human dinosaur hybrids in our park, if that's what they actually go with. Like, my thing is, I cannot care all that much about, like, oh, shady stuff that InGen's been doing, because it's probably, like, what worse could they do than what we've already seen in the fucking, like, World Series? Like, oh, creating unholy abomination hybrids that have no place in nature or even artificiality. They can't do worse than that. They can't do worse than, like, I don't know, cloning people just for, like, totally selfish purposes, which was the big twist at the end of Fallen Kingdom until they retconned that to be, like, the lady, what, like, used her own DNA to make her own, like, clone of herself, like pseudo-parthenogenesis or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck the deal with that was. It was stupid. I know that was what, like... I know that was part of it, is it was stupid. Summoning dinosaurs from hell. Bro, Jurassic Doom. That'd go hard. They're actually... Bro, remember when I said, like, they should be making zombie dinosaurs a plot? In, like, a Hollywood movie? That they're doing it. They're gonna do it. It's gonna be zombie dinosaurs. We're going to Isla Muerta! Oh my god. If they actually do it, then this movie is fucking saved. As far as I'm concerned, it's saved. Like, again, I wouldn't mind this as a plot point if it wasn't directly contradicted by Dominion, which really feels like Dominion just wanted to be like, oh, we can show dinosaurs in the snow now. That's like the gimmick. Like, it's not an actual plot point. It is just a gimmick. And, like, from a messaging perspective, the idea that, like, oh, if you introduce all of these invasive species all over the fucking world, then the only ones that will suffer will end up being the invasive species themselves because they'll all just die out. Like, that is literally Simpsons writing. It's like, hey, don't you think we should be worried about all these lizards? Oh, don't worry. What we'll do is introduce a bunch of Chinese needle snakes. But aren't the snakes even worse? Don't worry, we have a solution for that, too. We'll release a bunch of gorillas that eat Chinese needle snakes. But that just makes it even worse. Don't worry, they'll all die out in the winter. Whoa. Oh my lord. That's gotta hit someone. Yeah, yes, it's hitting people. Oh, that felt good. Oh yeah, I forgot how much the spaceship battle in Ahsoka sucked, where they just, like, they directly shoot the ship and it does literally nothing. It's like, why even have it get shot? Sometimes I feel like writers, they kind of understand writing. Where it's just like, oh yeah, I know that, like, getting shot is supposed to be tense, but I don't understand that it's supposed to be tense because if you get shot, you die. So I can create tension, but I can't, like, do anything with that. Creating tension is easy because you could just say that John Butt Fungus, like, gets shot in the head. But, all the tension kind of evaporates once you realize that John Butt Fungus is totally fine afterwards, and it just doesn't matter. Also, might be a pull for, some of the younger people in the audience, but Heroes actually did something similar. There is, I believe, a Season 2 episode where the main character, Claire's father, is, like, shot and killed. And this was set up in either earlier in the episode or, like, in a previous episode with, like, a painting, because there's a character in Heroes who can, like, paint the future. A painting of him just getting shot and dying. So it's like, oh fuck, he's gonna get shot and die. And at the end of the episode, after he gets shot, at the end of the episode, he gets infused with regenerating blood, and he's fine now. He's fine. Now, when I was a kid watching Heroes, I was like, oh, thank goodness, because I like Claire's dad. He's, like, a fun character. He's kind of cool. But as an adult, rewatching the series, I was just like, damn, that writer's strike just fucked you up. And White Samurai Dude, at one point, says, hey, if you get shot in the head, there's no coming back from that, even if you have regenerative powers. So, that just didn't apply to Claire's dad, even though he got shot in the head. Oh. And he didn't have regenerative powers. He was just infused with the blood of someone who did. So, bleh. How would Samurai Guy know? Excellent question! Fantastic question! I don't know. I don't know how he could possibly know that. My best guess is he couldn't have. King Crimson's not that hard to understand. No, it's just that, like, the thing with King Crimson is that there are also what I would call inconsistencies with just like what the power is supposed to be that make it more difficult to explain than it should be. Like, I think a lot of people can understand the concept of time skip, but it's also kind of hard to reconcile that with shit like, how the hell did he kill Narancia when he's not supposed to be able to act within skip time? Or how the hell did he, like, kidnap Trish in the elevator when he's not supposed to be able to act within skip time? That's, like, the main thing. And so you have to, like, kind of bullshit some shit about destiny or whatever. It's just like, yeah, he was destined to take Trish from the elevator or kill Narancia in that moment. And so he just used King Crimson to make everyone not realize it was happening when it was something he was already, like, fated to do. That's, like, kind of the best you can come up with for how that was supposed to happen. I think it's just, like, the time skip ability got conflated with the time stop ability. Who shot Johnny? Bro, I read part 7. I still don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I understand it, Dragon's Dream is like luck and probability manipulation, but it's centered around Feng Shui. Like, that is the basis for how you can manipulate probability to your benefit. It's not just like, oh, everything is just automatically lucky for you. It is directly correlated with how good the Feng Shui is. Saved your fucking life. I will be sure to follow that advice the next time that I have sexual intercourse with a woman. Oh, the double! Like, the original plan for the world was that it had the ability of every single stand, which is why he has, like, Hermit Purple for one scene. But then that got retconned, like, early on in part 3. But maybe, like, that's what they were thinking, giving Star Platinum, like, a bunch of random-ass powers, like the Starfinger and shit like that. Because he also has every stand power. Yeah, they retconned into that being Jonathan's stand, which is just called, like, Passion or something. My headcanon is that Dio has, like, all the powers of all the living Joestars. So he has Joseph's Hermit Purple and Jotaro's Star Platinum. And also, the weird flesh bud thing is Holly's stand. That's my headcanon. You don't have to follow it, but that is what I believe. Oh, and also when he heals Poochie's foot, his club foot, he fixes it. That's Josuke's Crazy Diamond. Yeah, Holly having flesh buds is interesting, especially because, like, that is the kind of power that, like, a good person could not use. So that kind of makes sense as to why, like, she wouldn't be able to use it. Like, how could a good person reconcile using the power that is just like, I use flesh buds to take over your brain? Flesh buds are a vampire thing? Shut up, you're ruining my headcanon. Imagine being, like, a fucking 80-year-old man going to Japan to, like, go meet your bastard son. And then you come back home to your wife and you have another fucking baby. Oh, don't worry, this one isn't mine. Oh, so you stole a baby. That's better. Nope. What? What should be like... It's Strange Factory New Sunriser. For real? Like I wouldn't have liked to see that get unboxed. I decided to do a soldier run off stream. Mostly because of just some annoyances with the engineer run. Some of that was due to chat just like asking about certain weapons over and over again. Like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Which I just had to answer over and over again, which I found to be kind of obnoxious. Some of it was just because of time constraints. Like, me having to do the engineer run on stream meant that I could only do it like every so often instead of like basically whenever I wanted to sit down and get footage for it. Hi, 96 damage. Okay. Woohoo! Oh man, what a fucking rampage. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. How do we feel about the Minecraft Trident, by the way? Too niche? I kind of agree. Like, I feel like most of what people use it for is just, like, getting mob heads. Like, I like it in concept as, like, something that can be both, like, ranged and melee. But in practice, it's just, like... I feel like it's just kind of worse than the bow and the sword at both. And also, it's such a pain in the ass to get. It is such a pain in the ass to get. So you basically, like, by the time you are able to use the Trident effectively, you basically need to have, like, mending books and loyalty and all this shit. And it's just, like, that's a pain in the ass. I don't know if it's too over the line, but I think that, like, it would be better if channeling just, like, worked whenever and you didn't have to wait for a thunderstorm for it. Jack of all trades weapon? See, those always suck. Maybe I'm being hyperbolic, but I feel like Jack of all trades weapons always suck for one reason or another. You either get a Liberty Launcher or a Scorch Shot, and neither of those are things you want in your game. I'm sorry, it was really funny. How the hell are there not sharks in Minecraft? You see, if they added sharks to Minecraft, that would encourage children in real life to go interacting with sharks in real life. Whether that be to kill them, which is bad because they are endangered, or to make friends with them, which is bad because sharks are dangerous. Please ignore the fact that Minecraft encourages you to pick up random mushrooms that you find on the forest floor and eat those. And make friends with polar bears. Also, you should just go out and slaughter wild animals. Like, see, here's the thing. A lot of Minecraft's more modern design in regards to, like, its wild mobs really does not gel well with its earlier design of, oh, you have to kill these farm animals to survive. Yeah, and you have to breed your slaves like cattle because they're slaves. They're not villagers. They're not, like, they're not employees of yours. They're slaves. Why does Minecraft incentivize you to enslave villagers? Because they're too stupid to be left to their own devices. And so you have to lock them up. And if you lock them up, then you may as well keep them in, like, a very, very confined space, so that way it's like, oh, hey, I know exactly where they are. So you keep them in their little slave pens. So you can access them for their slave use as much as you need to. As you zombify them to get better deals from your slaves. For materials that you would otherwise find worthless. What did the people that made Minecraft mean by this? That these large-nosed traders must be enslaved for their own good. What did they mean by this? Yes, these large-nosed traders associated with golems. Huh. Oh! That was a shot. It's so fun to just go, like, fast. Aw, you bitch ass. You took away my fast, so I must take away your life. Oh. Nope. Too fast. Okay, it's 86 right now. The high today was 91. Okay. Thursday and Friday are going to be really bad, but I won't be streaming those days. That's going to be 102 and 103. Yeah, Fahrenheit. Yeah, Fahrenheit. You know, like what people use for weather? Like normal people? Who do something more interesting than boil and or freeze water? Fucking communists. With your Celsius. Oh, centigrade. Oh, Celsius. Fucking commies. Oh my god. Fucking trashed. I think we'd like both hit him with a flare at the same time. You can just go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, ChatGPT, is Shaquille O'Neal a fictional monster? And it'll be like, no, Shaquille O'Neal is not a fictional monster. And then you'll say, really? I thought I had heard that he was a fictional monster. And then it'll say, "You're right. Please forgive my mistake. I'll be sure to try harder in the future." Like Banjo-Kazooie or Animal Crossing, and then they're just like... Yeah, or Undertale. I haven't played Undertale. Oh my god. I like how I can describe, like, multiple different games that do the same thing. It's just like, oh, that's Undertale! So, like, Undertale? Like, yeah, like Undertale. Haven't I played it? I don't know, I haven't played it. I just haven't played Undertale. I will not apologize for this. It is simply something I have not done. Hey man, Nosferatu is like a 150-year-old movie. Why haven't you watched it yet? Huh? Why haven't you watched Nosferatu? What do you mean you haven't seen Top Gun? What do you mean? Oh my god, you haven't seen Death Note? God damn it. That MILF isekai? Wasn't the whole point of that one that's just that it's like, oh, it's incest? And she wants to, like, bang her son? Like, I actually like the design of the mom character, but it's like, why did it have to be this? Why you do this? Right, who watched you said it was wholesome? I'm pretty sure the manga's ending goes past where the anime ended up, and it's like, yeah, no, the end game is incest. Which seems to happen a lot in anime. Like, I know there was a big hubbub about that when Oreimo was coming out, and it's just like, oh my god, the show about wanting to bang your little sister has, like, an incest ending? It's like, yeah, what did you fucking expect? Alright, watch for spy. Oh, you're just a little rocket jumper soldier. Hey, he's just a little guy. Ah. Oh no! I did the thing. That was the scene in the movie where I'm just like, oh, it's just a little monster thing. And then it runs at me. And then I'm just like, whoa! It's like that scene in Jurassic Park 2 where the fucking moron gets killed by the compies. You fell into my bullet, dummy. Oh my god. I don't understand heavies who just let the fucking Demo Knight shear their heads off like a fine fucking topiary. I want to say that, like, the Concord people lost bare minimum, they lost $200 million. In reality, it was probably a lot more than that. Like, one of my friends was saying that, Jesus, that the game potentially lost, like, just lost, I want to say, I don't know if it was Microsoft or whatever, but it lost them, like, $500 million. Like, I don't understand how game companies can be just so overconfident with themselves. Like, oh yeah, we'll totally make back our $500 million that we invested into this game. Absolutely. Like, how high on your own farts do you have to be? The peak of Minecraft popularity? I also agree with that. Like, I feel like this movie should have come out a few years ago. Like, during the time when, like, I don't know, Dream was fucking huge and, like, On the Rise and all that shit like that. Doing it now that Minecraft is in this kind of lull where everyone's just kind of getting like, I'm not really vibing with the direction the game is going in at this point. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, that seems to be an issue in general. It's just like a lot of these movies do not seem very timely at all. Like, that's an issue with a lot of movies. Like, remember the fucking Black Widow movie? Like, why the hell did that come out in like 2020? Or 2021 or whatever the fuck it was. After the character died. Marvel generally didn't know they could make a female-led movie until DC made money with Wonder Woman. By then it was too late to fit Black Widow into Phase 3. Like, that's just stupid. Like, now Marvel is in this stage where it's just like, oh, it doesn't matter what garbage we put out. People will eat up fucking anything. But that wasn't the case when it's just like, oh, hey, let's give Scarlett Johansson her own lead role in a superhero movie. There's no way that could possibly make any money. Like, go fuck yourself. I'm sorry, you're fucking stupid. Marvel gambled on female leads and now it's losing? No, Marvel gambled on shitty fucking movies. They gambled on the fact that, like, they're so huge now that they don't have to try anymore. That's what they gambled on. Like, I think the fact that these are female-led movies means basically nothing in comparison to these scripts are horrible. Like, would Captain Marvel have been a better movie if, like, a dude was the lead? I don't fucking think so. first Wonder Woman was fine. It would be more fine if they cast an actual actress. Gal Gadot cannot fucking act. She just can't. There's been this one scene that's like been circulating around Twitter semi-recently, where it is her like jumping on the fucking main villain's car in Wonder Woman 2. Pedro Pascal's character. And she's just like, you need to hand over the stone. Where is the stone? And then Pedro Pascal is just looking at her with this look of utter bewilderment on his face. Like, I cannot fucking believe you're getting paid more for this than I am. I am Steve is pretty much a red flag for me. Yeah, he should have said that I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in frickin' Minecraft. Wow, I didn't know you could combo like that with the Dragon Series. That's fucking cool. That was like a quick swap fucking detonator into Dragon's Fury mini crit. I don't think I've done that before. How can paleontologists tell if an animal has a good sense of smell or not by examining their fossils? They do like sort of CT scans of the skull, or they can just like do a cross section of the skull. And if the skull is well preserved enough, then in the brain case you will find just like where everything is basically specialized towards in regards to the senses. And so T-Rex had a very large olfactory bulb, which is the part of the brain that is responsible for processing scents. Now, the very large olfactory bulb was originally part of what led Jack Horner to believe that T-Rex was a scavenger, because it's just like, oh, it's using its big schnoz to just like sniff out all the dead carcasses or whatever. Like, I think Jack Horner was like working backwards from the conclusion, where it's just like, oh, what evidence do I have that could support T-Rex being a scavenger? Nice, good air shot, Spy. And so it's just like, oh, if I work backwards from the fact that like vultures have a really strong olfactory bulb, and they're scavengers, and T-Rex has a similar olfactory sense, therefore, T-Rex, much like vultures, is a scavenger. Shh, no I'm not, no I'm not, no I'm not. Yes I am! Oh. Okay, that was just unlucky. Also, you weren't even the sniper I was going for there. You're the sniper I'm going for there. Oh. Okay, listen. If I hit that, that would have been cool. Got your ass. Got your ass. Who else? Okay, didn't get you. Hold on. Got your ass! And I body shot you for good measure. Why not? That. Okay, if that didn't hit your head, where the fuck did it hit if not your head? Where's the blood stain? I don't see it. See, we need to have Jack Black as the engineer, because he is placing sentries and shit. He's in TF2 now. I'll put my dispenser here, because I'm in TF2 now. I mean, okay, in Jack Black's music video about how he don't play video games no more, we do see him dressed up as the Scout from Team Fortress 2. Just like we saw him dressed up as Minecraft Steve. That is a subtle foreshadowing to the fact that in the Team Fortress 2 movie, Jack Black will play the Scout. Aw. What about the Portal movie? GLaDOS is voiced by Awkwafina. Gal Gadot will play Chell, which will be good because it will be a role that won't permit her to speak. Wheatley voiced by James Corden! Oh, that's the worst one you could have picked! It's perfect! I was thinking fucking John Oliver like Zazu. James Corden is the perfect shitty Wheatley voice. It's like, oh, who's the funniest British guy we know, says out of touch Hollywood executives, and then all at the same time they say, James Corden! And then I'm in the room and I shoot myself. Wikipedia says At World's End is the 4th. Fallen Kingdom is the 2nd most expensive. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is the 2nd most expensive movie ever made. I mean, I would argue that outside of a handful of shots, in terms of, like, the visuals, it is easily the best looking Jurassic World movie. Which, like, I saw this clip from the Jurassic World Twitter account that showed, like, a before and after of the scene where, like, the kids jump away from the Indominus down the waterfall. And it's just, like, I was just reminded of how fucking much I hate the ugly-ass fucking color grading in the first Jurassic World movie especially. It is hideous. Everything is just tinted this ugly ass blue. And like all the bright natural colors in the scene, they're just gone. They're just fucking gone. It's like night and almost literally like night and fucking day, because everything just has this ugly ass blue tint filter shoved on top of it. Here is a nice before shot of this scene. Look at the vibrancy, look at the nature. All those greens, the hills are almost this chocolatey brown, and the bright white waterfall and the blue sky. It's a thing of beauty. And then there's the movie itself. Ugh! Ew! Gross! Nasty! Why did you do that? Like, I think it's one thing if a few scenes look like that, like in the fucking tech labs or some shit. But no, the entire movie has this ugly ass blue filter on it, and I don't know why they did that. I think they like toned it down a bit in Fallen Kingdom, but not nearly enough. It's still like there. Yeah, it is exactly just like a shitty fucking video game filter. I'm pretty sure COD does that, yeah. I know that there was a Battlefield game that had a really just obnoxious tint filter on it. And so there was a mod that was made that gets rid of the filter and just restores all the natural colors. And then DICE started banning people who were using it because it gave them like an unfair advantage, even though it was literally just colors. Being able to see colors. Breaking Bad Mexico. Okay, that one's just funny. Everyone loves the Breaking Bad yellow tint filter whenever they go to Mexico. But again, even then, that one is used sparingly. It is the Mexico tint filter, because you know that's when they're in Mexico. Like, you can make a meme about it, like, oh, Mexico is yellow in the Breaking Bad universe. But, like, it serves a function in the narrative. Like, now you know, just through the use of the tint filter, exactly where this scene is taking place. And the entire show doesn't have to be yellow for you to do that. I would like to buy this delightful rat child like you, like a puppy from a kennel. After all, anything can be bought and sold with the right oil. Like, I know it's a kid's movie, so it's not gonna happen, but imagine these fucking people are just, like, sleeping in their beds, and then their adorable little fucking cat, voiced by Nathan Lane, just, like, drops the corpse of their adopted mouse child on their chest. I remember one episode in particular involved a girl who got pregnant with an octopus. And that was one of those ones where I was just like, there's no fucking way that one can possibly be real. And then, of course, at the end of the episode, it was real. Jonathan Frakes was just like, and what about the girl who became pregnant with an octopus? Did you think that was a hoax? Nope. It's true. And then I was just like, what? How? I'm pretty sure the story is that she must have eaten, like, raw octopus or something, which had some eggs in there, like some kind of sushi thing or something. And so the octopus egg survived inside of her stomach, and then she pooped it out. She was like, oh no, I'm pregnant with an octopus, yeah, and then she pooped herself.